Hi, welcome to Forex in 4. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started. Good morning. Today is Friday, March 12th, 2010. This morning, U.S. retail sales figures came out at a much better than expected 0.3%. The expectation was that retail sales were going to shrink some 0.2%, but we had a higher reading, which was actually positive. All right, this is a good thing for the U.S. economy as well as world economic recovery, okay, because the U.S. consumer represents some 2/3 of GDP here in the U.S., so that's a good sign. Some of the other news out this morning was that Canadian employment figures were better than expected, and we had some news out of Japan that they're not going to be adverse to using currency intervention to keep their currency low. So let's take a look at these charts here. First thing we want to look at is the dollar CAD, that's dollar loonie versus Canadian dollar. As you see right here, that unemployment report came out at 7 a.m. and boom, it just shows Canadian dollar strength right there. Looks like we're trading in a little bit of a range around 101.7. I want to take a look at this on a longer term time frame. Let's take a look at this on the 4 hour. Let's go back say 3 months. All right, we're going to see here that we're now approaching parity here for dollar CAD, and we haven't seen that in some time since July of 2008, before the initial crisis happened, Lehman Brothers collapse, and so forth. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works itself out. But we can look at this section on the daily chart. That looks better. So we could see parity here real soon. Right now, economists are saying that there's no real reason that the Bank of Canada shouldn't be raising rates, so we're going to have to see what happens. Okay, next thing we want to talk about is the U.S. dollar. We can look at here dollar yen. Let's look at it on the 5-minute chart because this is interesting. Basically what we're going to look at is, let's go to 1 day so this is more clear. We'll see here at 8:30, this was the U.S. sales figures report that came out. That was up 3%, which is a good number. So combining that with the news out of Japan that they're talking about currency intervention as a tool to keep yen low. Now, the reason they want to do that is because that helps their exports, that'll help their economy, what have you. Right now, as you know, Japan is the primary funding currency for carry trades. So what happens is that when there's risk aversion going on in the markets, if something happens in Europe or anywhere, the whole market basically flees to the safety of U.S. dollar and the yen. They unwind their carry trades, and that causes yen strength. So they're going to try and avoid that. They're going to do some intervention. We're going to see what's happening. So with the U.S. dollar, I also want to, we did the video a little bit later this morning because I wanted to see the impact and show you the impact of the U.S. consumer confidence figures. They actually came in lower than expected, and to be honest with you, I didn't think they were going to have a major effect. It looks like it's showing a little bit of a sell-off, but I just wanted to let you know that when you take these consumer confidence figures into account, you got to realize that these are surveys. So they're asking people, hey, are you confident about the economy? And right now, what are most people going to say? Well, the answer is pretty much no, but you really have to dig a little bit deeper and see what people are doing and not what they're saying. And what they're doing is they're actually spending money, as we saw by sales being up 0.3%. So this could be just a little temporary blip here. I'm thinking that this is going to be a good day for stock market, although going into the weekend, you never know what's going to happen. So let's keep an eye on this. Also, lastly, in the U.S., President Obama is thinking about nominating Janet Yellen for the Fed vice chair position, and she's notoriously known as a inflation dove, meaning she's not too concerned about inflation. The problem is that if we get inflation here in the U.S., is she going to be quick to vote for rate hikes? And if she doesn't vote for rate hikes, that could be an insidious tax on U.S. citizens, not to mention dollar could be weaker if they're not willing to raise. So those are things to look out for today. Good trading all, and have a nice weekend. As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.